So I'm told that I have 9 pieces of data, and I'm given the mean of these 9 pieces of data, but I'm not told anything else about them. We're then told that we add in another piece of data and the mean changes, which is unsurprising. But we're asked to use just this information alone to find out the value of the new piece of data. Well, from a first look, we can tell that it's going to be quite a low number, or lower rather, because the mean decreases in value from 68.66 to 68.03. But that's about all I can tell at the moment. Now, without knowing the 9 pieces of data, we're going to have to be, I guess, slightly more crafty about how we go about doing this. And we're going to use the formulae for the mean and later the variance to help us do this. If I'm looking at the mean, I know that the mean is the sum of all my individual values added up divided by the number of numbers. The mean is something you've known about for years. And I know some information in this. I know that the mean itself is 68.66. That's great. And I know that I have 9 pieces of information, but because I don't know what those 9 pieces of information are, I can't know what that sum is. But it is just all 9 pieces of information added up. That xi meaning like individual values. So sum of all the individual values. Okay then. Well, I should be able to rearrange that though to find out what the total sum of all the values would be. So that's taking our 68.66 and timesing by 9, which is 617.94. So I still don't know what these 9 pieces of information are, but I know that they total up to 617.94. Now, if I add in another piece of data, I get a new mean. Okay then, well, we should be able to say then that what we would do to find that new mean is take the 10 pieces of data and total them up. So that's the 617.94 total from the first 9 pieces of data plus my 10th piece of data. Call it y, because we've used x already. And that divided by now 10 pieces of data is 68.03. So again, by rearranging, we know that 617.94 plus my 10th value, so don't forget that 617.94, that's the 9 pieces of data totaled up. Don't know what they are, but I know their total is that. And I add in this new piece of data. I don't know its value, but I know now that that total is the mean times by 10, so 680.3. That should leave me with quite a simple rearrangement to find out the value of y, which is 62.36. So there is our new piece of data. So now we're told that given the variance of the original 9 pieces of data is 102.96, this is the variance of our original 9 is 102.96. Calculate the new variance with 10 pieces of data. Okay, well, I'm faced with the problem I had before. I still don't know what these 9 pieces of data are, so I can't work it out from the raw numbers. I'm going to have to use the formulae. The formula for variance is the sum of all of the individual values squared divided by the total number of pieces of data minus the original mean squared. Okay, so we're just going to have some patience, chuck everything in. I know that I have 9 pieces of data. I know that my original mean was 68.66, so that's the thing that's going to be squared. I still don't know what this sum of all the terms squared is, but we'll leave that be for now. And I know that the variance is 102.96. Very carefully rearranging this because the temptation will be to go wrong, especially if you are in a bit of a rush or a bit stressed about it. Make sure you unpeel all of that really carefully. So we're going to do our 102.96 and we're going to add on to that our add, Hannah, on the calculator. There we go, 68.66 squared. That gives us 4,817 point. Okay, I'm going to keep all my decimals going for now, just while we're working through everything. And then I'm going to multiply that by 9. So multiplying that by 9 gives me 43,000, try that again, 354.4004. Okay, so clunky numbers there, but that's fine, we can deal with that. So that is the 9 pieces of information, each individually squared, and then added up. I don't need to know what those 9 pieces of information are, because I have that sum. If I want to calculate the new variance then, I need to add on to that total, that one we've just calculated, the value of my new piece of information, which is 62.36, we calculated that before, squared, and just add that to the total we had a minute ago. And we calculated our 43,354 point smidge. Okay, if I do that, I will get 47,243.17. So that's our 9 pieces of data plus y. And that's our 9 pieces of data here. And then I'm just plugging it into the variance formula. So taking that squared value, dividing it by the number of numbers, which is now 10. So my variance of 10 is taking this 47,243.17, dividing it by 10, and then minusing the new mean squared. So the mean that's come from 10 values. That would be the 68.03 that we had in our question. So we're going to do our 47,243.17 divided by now 10 pieces of data minus the mean of 10, which is 68.03 squared. And that should give us our final answer of, and I'm just going to calculate that, 0.03 squared, 96.24 to 2 decimal places. And that's it.